Hi, this is Jacqueline here with the Grow Program. Thank you for growing here. Thank you for growing with me. I'm really excited because I was thinking about something. My little friends are out there tweeting and telling me it's time to get moving. It's time to go. And I have been, honey, from the time I wake up in the morning, I get busy, because Facebook is so busy. That movement there is so busy. And then I got, I'm getting to the people on Twitter. I'm breaking through with them. God bless them. We coming together in love. That's what we doing. We really coming together in love. And so I was sitting here meditating and thinking about my ambassadors and wondering, how is it that God, when I first started out on YouTube, I used to think about, as we coming together in love as a people, how is it that God is going to begin to lift the oppressed? How is it that God is going to the Grow Movement is going to get to these places, different areas and stuff, and it's working, honey. That's how it's working through Facebook and through the podcast, because what's happening is God brought ambassadors. I didn't see this back in October, in August. When I was discussing other things and topics. We've been on a journey. I'm telling you, we've been on a journey. Especially those of you who started out with me from the beginning. We have truly been on a journey. This is something. And so now to see that we are having, God is bringing ambassadors to the Grow Movement to go out and help lift in the community. And what's happening is, we cutting out all the red tape and all that. So anything that you want to donate is going directly to these communities. You can see on Facebook. You could ask me for send me your telephone number. I'll send you your pictures directly so you can see who you are sponsoring over there. We just had a function yesterday in India, where over 200 people showed up to get plates of food, to get bags of groceries, to get medicines, all for free because of money that I donated over there. Money out of my pocket that God blessed me, and I send straight over there, because I've been blessed. I ain't got to worry about paying no rent. I've been blessed. So all my money can go, besides what I got to my bills, to the movement, honey. I'm telling you, this is God. This is lifting our people all over the world. They are listening to us in Russia. The oppressed in Russia. They're listening to us in Russia. We come together in love. We are rising as a people. We are one. We are a different skin, but we are one love. Different skin and one love. Even if you don't want to give to the Grow Movement, you just want to listen, I'm okay with that. Pray it forward in your own community. Pray it forward in your family member who you see, somebody that you see that needs help, somebody that you see that you can see where your help is going to go. Because as you can see, the pastor, all right, the pastor living in a mansion, the pastor got a house, the pastor taken care of, he good. So why don't you pray it forward to somebody who really truly needs it, where you can see where it is happening, and then you will be blessed. I'm telling you. Seek ye the kingdom of God, and all things shall be added unto you. Because as I was homeless and going through, honey, I didn't stop with the podcast. I kept going. I almost broke. I almost lost it. I almost gave up. But I had the ancestors behind me. The Lord, the spirits are not resting. I had the ancestors behind me, pushing me, telling me, keep going, keep on going. Don't break. And it was a time that I almost did. It is a time where I drove to the park. My baby was up there in the hotel, and I drove to the park, and I sat there and I cried because I was on the way to the third nervous breakdown. I'm telling you, I was going there. Excuse me. And then that queen started screaming. She just started screaming all of a sudden, just screaming. And I mean, because it wasn't nobody in the car but me, and she just started screaming as I'm crying my eyes out of my situation, but it was oppression. Is what it was. It was oppression. And I had to come up out of that. I had to, I had to grow over it. I had to know that God is still there working, just as the evil is working. Just as we see this spiritual warfare working in the world in front of us. Here we are with another king failed. Dante Wright, another king failed. Down, and here go Minneapolis, here go Minnesota again. Here we go again, and we still got the trial going on. See, that's what I'm saying. Excuse me. The evil is rampant. We see the evil going, but we can't see God working. We can't see it because, see, it's a warfare all in front of us, and we in the warfare. We in it. We can't help but be in it because it's right there in front of us. It's right there around us. It might be It might be, I'm telling you, I get excited when it comes to talking about the Lord. It might be your family member. It might be your sister. It might be your brother. See, I'm out of the spiritual warfare now. I got rid of all my problems, honey. I got rid of all of it. And come to find out, he got some other foolishness going on. And it's just, but you know what? I don't let it affect me. I don't let it affect me because I know my God. I know my God. It don't matter what he was doing, because stuff is now being revealed to me. Things are being revealed, even though I ain't even around him, stuff is being revealed, because God is putting the pieces together about everything that was going on, because I really, truly did not want to believe that I lived with a man for 3 years. The enemy. I was sleeping with the enemy for 3 years, who was out to get me. I just couldn't believe that this man truly didn't love me. But now all the pieces are falling together because, see, I'm good. God got me good. I'm good now, and I can accept it. I understand. Stuff is, yes, it's like a puzzle piece that was all jumbled all up, but now it's all fitting together that I was married to a narcissist who only wanted to use me and get over on me. But God, I'm over it now. I can understand how somebody feel who been used. I can understand how somebody feel who don't feel loved. I can understand how somebody feel who is oppressed. I can understand how somebody feel who is down and out. I can understand how somebody feel who feels unloved, who is homeless, who don't have nothing and nowhere to go and nobody, who just down and out, been kicked to the curb. You try to get up, then you kick back down again. I know what it feels like, honey. I've been there. I know what it feels like to be marked and say you this for the rest of your life. I know what it feels like because I am marked. They said I was that for the rest of my life, but I'm somebody in God. I ain't worrying about what they say. I ain't worrying about what they do. I ain't worried about what they talking about. You hear me? Because I know my God. I got a good God. I got an awesome God. I got a God who loves me. I got a God who told me in Zecheriah 4:6, by my spirit, you are a warrior. By my spirit, you are a conqueror. By my spirit, you can do this. By my spirit, yes, you can. I sure wish. I wish so much. More than anything, that I could have reached my brother, DMX. He was such a great poet. I wish I could have reached him and told him and looked him in his eye, held his hand and looked him in his eye and told him, my brother, Zechariah 4:6, you are a warrior and a conqueror in God. By his spirit, honey. By his spirit who created you. Yes, you can. Now get up and do it. And he would have got up and did it. But I tell you what, he is an ancestor now. He is on the side of me, honey. He is on the side of them, pushing this movement forward, pushing us together in love. Because I'm going to tell you something, just as strong as the good spirits are pushing, just as strong as the evil spirits are pushing on the other side, honey. But here we come, rolling over this great big ball of confusion like a force unbeknownst to anything you have ever seen in your life. Trust and believe. Tell your family members to grow, because I'm telling you something. There's something here. There's a reason why I was chased by spirits all my life, moved in haunted houses, all my life. These demons coming at me. They angry demons. One time, honey, I was sitting on my baby, my 20, he 24, and he was a baby then. He laying on the bed asleep. I'm sitting there on the bed. All of a sudden, wasn't nobody in there but me. Something fell up against the wall, just like somebody pushed somebody up against the wall, honey. My whole heart dropped down in my stomach, and I grabbed my baby and we left. And never again did I stay in there by myself at night. Never again. Honey, but I never knew. See, because back then I was drinking and I was under the influence, and I couldn't. So you can't hear the good spirits when you're under the influence. You can't hear them. You're going to be stinking thinking, and I didn't realize that until I moved into this haunted house, this last one. I didn't realize that, because the one thing that he messed up at is when he kept saying, to start an argument, he would say, Jackie, you've been drinking, Jackie. And then I go, since he said I drunk, I go have a drink. But then I start wising up. I said, no, why he keep saying that? I ain't been drinking. He don't smell no alcohol on me. Why is he? And then I just said, I'm moving forward in the Lord. Cause see, by then, I was like, man, my mind was changing. I was just thinking different. I was just beginning to starting to think that even before Chadwick Boseman died, but when that police officer shot that boy in the back, I'm telling you, when he shot him in the back, it's like I flew forward. I felt those bullets. I did. And then that he shot him with his babies in the car. With no regard to he seen the baby sitting there with no regard to the baby's hollering and screaming as he coming around to the car. He holding on to his shirt. He heard the baby's hollering, but he fired anyway. He knew he wasn't gonna grab nothing. He knew he wasn't reaching for anything, but he fired anyway. See, that's what I'm saying. This movement is being pushed, honey, by the beloved ancestors. It is being pushed. It is being pushed. I'm telling you, they are so strong. They are as strong on me as when you riding down the road, this highway of life, and somebody just tailgating you, even if you over in the slow lane, they still tailgating you. It's that strong. So to make you move over anyway, cause they just want you to get up out the way, But I'm tell you something. It was one time I saw, when somebody was tailgating me, and the police got behind them and pulled them over. See, I'm gonna tell you something. It's something out there for the tailgaters. It's something out there waiting on them. See, this narcissist don't know what's getting ready to happen to him. He don't realize that he used the judicial system and he used a child, for his narcissistic games to get over on somebody. In this highway of life, you can cause your own traffic jams. You can, and mess up in God. I'm telling you. And then when God drives you, when you go to rock bottom, that's when you think and you realize, I done reached the turning point. It's time to turn around. It's time to look over what I have done over this journey in God. And it's never too late till it's too late. It's never too late till it's too late, And even then, we are judged by the heart. God, we have to give an account to our hearts. How was your heart here on this earth? And if you had a good heart, you can be comforted and know that you in good hands. I'm telling you. But there's some soul catchers in the spirit world. There are some soul catchers waiting on those who don't do right and who don't treat each other right. And even have they judged on how they treat themselves. So we need to do right, people. We need to begin to come together in love. We need to be God's servants. If you got a ministry and your ministry is not about the people, what are you doing? If your ministry is not about giving, if you can't take your church and open it up and allow somebody to live in it who need a house to live in, what are you doing? What is your ministry for? What are you trying to have? What are you giving back? What are you putting in? Because everything that I own will be put into the grow movement. Everything to help lift someone else somewhere else, anywhere. My beloved home, East St. Louis, will be lifted. I'm telling you, it's going to be beautiful. And I can't wait to see it. I can't wait to see Shop City back open. I pass by the sign and look over there and just think about when I was a child, my memories of being over there in Shop City and just, with my mom and my dad. And it's just beloved. And grandpa, sometimes I go out there and I just sit on the parking lot. I want to see it lit up, I want to see grandpas come back. I really do. I would love that. I want to see black owned business. I just want to see us thriving. I want to see us coming together. I want to see something, happen in Tulsa, happen for Tulsa. I want to see what, us being recognized for our contributions, us not being slaughtered like animals in the street, us being able to walk safely down the street, us being able to take a jog if we want to, us being able to go to sleep if we want to, us being able to go to a drive-through if we want to. And if we get tired, nod off in the drive-through if we want to. Us being able to go to a birthday party and go get our kids and leave if we want to. Us just being able to do anything that anybody else can do. I don't think that's asking too much. I really don't. I don't think asking for civil liberties and genuine equality and to drive out the hate is asking too much. Out of a movement, out of a ministry, out of a people, because love drives out hate. We are one people. We are one love. We are different skin, but we are one love. God, we all know how to love. And that's the one thing God commands us to do is love. I love you. I truly do. I love you everywhere. In Russia, my mind is on Russia. My mind is on Mr. Navalny, Mr. Putin. Please have some compassion. Show some love. Let's show love. Let's not show hate. Yes, you're in control, but let's show love. Love drives out hate. I love you. Greatness reached over oppression through wisdom all over the world. Stop tuning in to so much of the chaos, negativity, and drama on TV. Stop watching so much of the trial. We know he did it. He's not going to get away with it. Let's just tune away from the evil so much and start tuning in to the nature and just listening and meditating to God, meditating to the positive. Because see, that's where we're going to begin to get our answers. When we turn down the TV, take the iPods, things out your ears, and tune in to God. Go out and just, even if you got to go outside to your yard, just tune in out there. Look to the hills which cometh your help. That's what I do. I look to the hills. I look to the Lord. I look to God so I can get on here and give you the wisdom. So I can get on Facebook and get him the wisdom. Because see, the movement is growing, honey. The movement is truly growing. It is rising. We are a people. We coming together. Tell your people to grow. Tell them to grow. Greatness reached over oppression through wisdom all over the world. I love you. Let's rise.